Hey, this is Chris and welcome back to Healthier Now. Today, I'm joined by a special guest, Emily. Welcome to the channel, Emily.
Thank you, Chris. I'm glad to be here.
Emily has improved her health through a meat-based approach. Emily has an incredible story where she transitioned from a standard American diet to a low-carb diet to a ketogenic diet and then to a carnivore diet and then finally started an animal-based diet. She overcame acne, fatigue, and a weak immune system through nutrition and eating plenty of meat. Recently, she's been transparent about evolving her diet to be an animal-based approach. So she's adding in a little bit of carbs here and there to fuel her workouts and her muscle growth. Welcome to the channel, Emily. How are you today?
Thank you, Chris. I'm good. I'm feeling good. I've eaten my animal-based lunch.
I want to jump into actually about your skin transformation, okay? I want to ask you a question on that. When people talk about your skin, they talk about saying that it looks like you have a ring light on. That's very glowy. And you have men who think you look 10 years younger than you actually are as well. How does it feel? And if you want to talk about how nutrition has played a role in that.
At first, it feels really, for myself, it feels really great. And it's amazing that I didn't think my body can change for the better or my skin can change for the better. I didn't think that it was possible with carnivore. So it was shocking at first. But then I feel like I'm getting more of life when my skin cleared up. It's like, it's wow. This is what health looks like. So I understand what health really means when I experience that and I've seen that I've seen that improvement on my face. So yeah, I thought, that's a normal having a issue with face. But then when I started eating cleaner, then the skin improved. So I realized that life can still be better, and it feels good. And I feel like I wanted to share that to people as well, because it just didn't happen out of nothing. It happened because we made some effort, which is to eat cleaner. So yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that as well about the acne. I used to have a lot of acne on my back, and that cleared up when I stopped eating loads of rubbish as well. I noticed it really does play a role. Nutrition in that sense as well, about the clear skin, everything.
Yeah.
There's a couple of scars and all, but for the most part, it's cleared up. And before, when we were talking off air, you were saying that coffee, plant foods like coffee, cacao, cashew nuts and all, that they trigger skin issues. Carrageenan specifically gives you acne on your jawline, you were saying as well.
Yeah, I was able to determine what my sensitivities were thanks to carnivore diet, because carnivore diet is an elimination diet. So at first, I didn't know what was triggering my acne. But then when I went carnivore, the acne stopped appearing every day. So when I did carnivore, I actually introduced a little bit of new foods, such as, for example, one day cashew. So I ate cashew, and then the next day, after 24 hours, an acne appears. So I know that, oh, okay, I am sensitive to cashew. Now I know. So carnivore really helps us to determine our food sensitivities. That's why I also determine my sensitivity to coffee, because on a clean carnivore, and then you're just drinking coffee regularly, every day. When you drink coffee in one day, it doesn't have an effect on me. But then when I do it every day for one straight week, then I notice that my skin gets dry and the wrinkles are more pronounced and very visible. So yeah, I could blame coffee for that because there's no other food that I've, eaten aside from coffee. And then same goes with cacao. Um, we think that coffee and cacao are low in carbohydrates and we think that they're safe, but then they are plant foods. So I also thought that cacao would be, safe because it's not high in sugar or what. So I made cacao treats or chocolate homemade treats, and then I eat that every day. And I think more than a month, no, more than a week of eating that every day, like just little pieces of 6 grams of cacao homemade chocolates. After that, I had like my skin texture change. It's not as smooth as it was before. So it dried up my skin, and then many acne started appearing as well. So in the jawline and forehead, temples. Actually, if I count them, they're like 12. That's how specific I am. Sometimes we are scared of the high carbohydrates or high sugar things, but sometimes you have to watch out also for the even the low carbohydrates or low calorie stuff but are plant based. So they can also cause issues. I'm not saying with everyone, but you have to watch out if it's causing issues for yourself as well.
Yeah, that's true because like a lot of people add in like coffee and tea into their carnivore diet, especially coffee, and then they have these reactions. Coffee is a plant, tea is a plant at the end of the day. So they have these diuretic effects actually as well. So it's going to damage your skin, especially if you're having it daily. Like that's usually the one plant exception that people add in is coffee. And like the same with like cacao, that's another diuretic, that's another one, and it's got like caffeine and all as well, theobromine, that can cause problems.
That's why the effect started to appear like more than 1 week after because I was eating that every day. So I think the effects accumulated, like I got dehydrated or whatever kind of um anti-nutrient they have that, I got it, it's diuretic. So the effect accumulated more than a week, and then that's it. Like my skin was like um textured, bumpy.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the cashew. I think it's also the polyunsaturated fatty acids, the the oils that easily degrade on the nuts. So I think that affects my body as well, and it shows up on my skin.
Actually, this is how we talked about this stuff about PUFA. Like people think that like they need zero PUFA. Some people think, but you actually need PUFA because the polyunsaturated fatty acids. Because if you have zero polyunsaturated fatty acids, that's not good because it's essential to get into your diet. PUFA. So you need some polyunsaturated fatty acids. It's the ratio they need to pay attention to. And the ratio in the ruminant meat is good. But the ratio in something like cashew nuts isn't as good. So basically, if you have zero PUFA, that's bad. So when people say, "Oh, there's PUFA in red meat," but like, is it grass fed? Is it good balance of the omega-3 to omega-6? Okay, in cashew nuts, there's no EPA and DHA. Okay, there's ALA, which gets converted in the body into EPA and DHA, but it's a poor conversion rate, especially DHA. It's less than 10%, the conversion rate. And beyond just like skin health, you're saying that you had zero body odor and your singing voice improved. If you could like mention like the timeline that you noticed those improvements, those changes.
Well, I started noticing my body improve maybe just within 3 months. Like maybe they improved earlier, but then I was just more in tune with with the things, with the exact things, like within 3 months. Yeah. So I think with my voice got clearer because I think it's also the low inflammation. The diet is we don't have inflammation. So whatever inflammation we have before in our voices or our throat, then it disappears, and then we have, clearer voice. So I think that helped. I noticed that with myself. I'm like, wow, things can improve with myself. So I keep doing carnivore diet. So yeah, I just did carnivore diet not because I wanted to improve my voice or I wanted to improve um uh anything else, but then they just followed, because I was trying to improve my skin, but then I noticed other results that improve as well. So I stuck to carnivore diet, and I love it, really. That's why I'm on carnivore for 2.5 years.
And how does that spill over into your career as well? Do you notice anything with that as well?
Okay.
Any benefits?
Yeah, the benefits. Okay, so since I started doing the carnivore diet, then everything felt good. So um my emotions are, I feel happy because we're not getting sick. We're not having common colds. We're just happy. We're just living in the moment. We're not thinking about how do I get well from this type of disease or what. So since we are healthy, we live in the moment, and then we appreciate people, our bonding with family, and also you have your time with your business or your work, so you can be in the moment as well. You don't have any reason to be, pressured or be angry with people, because there is really no reason, because you're happy with yourself. um yeah, you feel good, and it's not just in the mind, but you really feel good in your body. So um you kind of like inspire people. You kind of like, when you feel good, it's an energy, and you transfer that energy to the people you deal with. So that's kind of like the domino effect for me. um being Feeling good is like very inspiring to other people. When people see you, oh, uh it's nice to be with this person, because she's not, always sad. She's not talking about her problems, because there's nothing to talk about. No problems to talk about. So um opportunities come to you because people would want to deal with you, because you're not, aside from you're happy, you're also level headed. You can think well. So people would trust you in your business. In, for example, if you want people to invest in you, then like it's easy for people to trust you when you're just in the moment, and then you have your visions aligned, your purpose. And yeah, for me, that's how the domino effect is with being healthy. And everything else is like, there's an effect. There's a good effect. There's a ripple effect when you're feeling healthy. There's an effect in friendships, in relationships, in careers, because you feel good. And if you see other people, there's a difference between when you see other people that they're sick, all they think about is they want to get well, and then they can't be in the moment. So it's never really, it's not, it's like people that would take care of that sick person would not also be in the moment, because they're like always worried. So you can see the difference when you are, it's like changing yourself first, so that you can be good to the people around you. So that's how I look at eating well. So yeah, for me, it's not just about, you know it's not about food. It's about um, changing your well-being first so that you can serve other people.
The gym as well. You were saying that before carnivore, you felt weak and fainting after high intensity workouts.
Oh, yeah.
After carnivore, that changed. Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah, before I wasn't thinking about working out because I don't know, I don't have that mindset to, be healthy and work out. That was pre dieting days. So I was just in my normal sedentary life. But then when my sisters invite me to, let's go for a run at the park, and then so I joined them, and then we did, running, and then not only we did running, but we also did high intensity workouts. So I was joining them and I did high intensity workout at the same time, at the same moment that we run. So it was too much for my body, given that it doesn't have any background in working out yet. So like after stopping the running and then we did hit high intensity workout, then when I rested, my body um just started to black out. So, and then I fainted. But it was just, few seconds because my body was tired, I think. So it's a it's a bit of a eye opener for me to be more, to move uh to move often, to make an effort to exercise. Yeah. And also before I attended yoga classes, and before carnivore I wasn't used to doing exercises as well, but then when I attended once a yoga session, it was for beginners, but then afterwards I was like feeling so dizzy. Maybe the body wasn't able to, catch up with the oxygen. So I felt so dizzy and like feeling like I wanna puke. That's the effect of exercise before to me when I wasn't, eating healthy.
Yeah. So you were saying that like when you added fat, like whether it's butter or cheese, to a diet, to carnivore diet, then like you noticed that you got like weight gain and all. But when you didn't, when you just had that fat that was actually on the meat itself, then you didn't, and you got better results.
So it was the excessive, like intentional, I mean, the amounts of the snacks that I eat. I treat it as a snack, the butter bites. People in the carnivore, like they keep on using this phrase like high fat carnivore. So it's like automatically you think that high fat is good. But actually it depends on purpose. If you're trying to lose weight, then high fat is really not good because high excess fat that you're not using through exercise is also being stored. So I've proven that with my body, that excess fat that you don't use for workouts or walking or other activities, they're still stored. So yeah, for me, I don't have to look at science. I just have to look at my body and, understand and, based from that, like, connect the dots and you would know the answer. So anything excess, I think excess fats in form of snacks is would be bad if if you wanted to lose weight.
And like, do you track how much carbs? And you're saying you have them around the workout times. Do you track how much roughly on average on a day?
For that, I am not really very specific yet on how much carbohydrates I needed, but sometimes on my workout days, I notice that I hit around 100 grams of carbs, more or less. So that can already fuel me with my full body workout for one day. I'm on an experiment with that, like, with how much carbohydrates that I need. But sometimes I'm seeing when I'm tracking, I'm seeing it like 100 grams of carbs.
Yeah, you were saying that your mom there was doing low carb. Does she still do low carb? And you were saying also before that your sisters do low carb. Do they still do low carb as well?
Yes, my mom is doing low carb still right now, and she's doing great. She's really proud. There's also the domino effect on my mom. She's out with her friends. She's the healthiest of her friends. She does gym, and then the friends would look up to her and say, "Wow, you can still do it. I can't do it anymore." So yeah, I'm proud of my mom for that. My sister, I live with my sister, my elder sister. So she kind of sees the way I eat and some effects to me. So she also did the low carbohydrates diet. So right now she's on a low carb diet as well. So she's generally healthy as well. And my other sisters, they're healthy as well because my elder sister is also doing a lot of physical activities, and so she's aware of not eating the ultra processed ones, although she eats occasionally, but that's fine. But at least she knows. I mean, she understands our way of eating, our low carb way of eating. And the younger sister, she's also into fitness. So she eats, when we eat meat, she would eat meat with us and would not eat rice. So the family gets along well with eating meat. When we have celebrations, like one birthday of a family member, then everyone would understand that all the food served on the table are all meat. There are no carbohydrates. The carbohydrates would just be for the kids because the kids don't really understand yet these, low carbohydrates diet.
In like the Philippines, I don't know too much now, but like what type of meat, like when you're eating meat, like what's the meat quality like there?
There's an abundant supply of beef here as well because Manila is also close to wide to areas where they have wide lands for the cows. But then sometimes the local meat here are really very, not soft. It's chewy and it's lean. So you would know that it's local because it doesn't have a lot of fats. It's lean and it's kind of hard. But meat is accessible here in Manila. But in the province where my mom lives, further away from Manila, she doesn't have much access to rib eyes or beef shanks. Only the hard meat, lean parts, no rib eyes. And I don't know if she has access to beef shanks. I'm not sure. But limited cuts of meat in the provincial area.
Just a question, you were talking about beef liver earlier. Would that helped with certain things like your nails and like or your skin or something as well? Were you eating like? So was that on the carnivore? Do you still eat beef liver, or would you have to often?
Oh, sorry. I have to clarify this. It's a desiccated beef liver. It's a freeze-dried beef liver supplement.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't eat.
Oh.
I tried buying real raw beef liver and it was there in my freezer for a long time because I was so intimidated on how to prepare it. I ended up not eating the beef liver. So I just bought desiccated
the
beef
supplements.
liver.
Desiccated.
Yeah, the supplements. It was so effective. It's the ancestral supplement in Amazon. I bought it. It says 6 little capsules every day. So in my desperation to heal my hair fall, I had hair fall on low carb or keto. I had hair fall. I don't know why, but for some reason I did have hair fall. So that was my last resort to try on the beef liver supplement, and I religiously took that for supposed to be 2 weeks, but then I started seeing results 1 week, 1.5 week already. The hair fall was gone, like super, like wow, there was nothing that was falling. I started before that. I had so much clump of hair that like when I do that, there's a lot of hair that, falls. So it was alarming. Yeah, for a girl that who has her hair fall, it's alarming. So I needed to act quickly. So I got that desiccated beef liver, thinking that it has B vitamins. So yes, um, it really did work. 1.5 weeks into it of religiously taking that supplement, I'm like, wow, I could still be healthier. Like carnivore has really proved that there's so much more like improvement to the body. I'm really like so amazed that this is what health looks like. There's no hair falling. So people that have hair fall, they're not healthy. That's how I view it. But if you don't have hair
Yeah.
fall and every hair is sticking to your scalp, then wow, you must be well fed. You have the right nutrients. No hair is falling. So that that part really amazes me. Like, oh my god, I achieved this thing. It's almost like every day after I um take that beef liver, uh every day it's like 0 to 1 or 2 hair falls only, and that's it. It was so effective for the hair. It was amazing. I was amazed.
Nice. And do you still take it to this day, that beef liver, the
Actually,
capsules?
no, because it's expensive. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's expensive. It's just um I would take it if I have it, but sometimes I just forget to buy it again or to stock up on it.
Mm.
So, but my hair fall is tolerable. It's the normal, less than 100 strands falling a day. So it's not that alarming compared to before I took it. So that helped.
Emily, what's one piece of advice you give someone if they're kind of like stuck and they don't know where to begin on their health journey?
Okay, on their health journey, if they're feeling stuck, my advice is very simple. I think remove the processed foods. My advice is about eating the right foods. Uh, that's their first step. They have to remove the processed foods because I'm 100% sure that people sometimes eat those processed foods. And with removing that, it's a big change already. So they don't have to start with carnivore immediately because that might be too much for them thinking about it. But for me, the small step would just be to eat whole foods and also remove the processed foods.
And you're also have a PDF come out soon. If you want to talk more about that, what's it about exactly?
Currently, I'm writing about the hourglass method. So because I'm in that journey of achieving that um, the physique that I want, which is like uh it's like associated with an hourglass because it's like slim waist and strong lower body. So uh I'm writing all the things that I learned about that, and then I put it into one readable article. It's all about um, it's incorporating all the needs of the women. They don't have to ask. It's like solving the problem of women that are going to the gym and gets intimidated by coach telling them um, what to do with their bodies, what to eat. So it's like I compiled everything that I know about eating well, carnivore, and fueling yourself properly at the gym, the feminine way. So they don't have to search for answers everywhere. I'm gonna put all the things that they need to know. If they want um, that body, then yeah, I'm putting everything there, including the protein, the fats that they need, or just being in tune with their body and knowing how much carbohydrates they need to work out and what workouts to do. So yeah, I'm in that journey of writing that digital article.
Your story and your transparency and all and everything has been great. If someone wanted to reach out, like to find you on social media and to follow like your channel and your journey, your health journey and your fitness journey, how can they find you?
Okay, you can reach out to me at my Instagram. It's Emiliero. I think it will just be posted.
I'm going to put a link in the description below of the
Okay,
name
thank
so
you for
people
that.
can find that, yeah, if they want to. Great. Yeah, thanks very much, Emily, coming on the channel. A great chat, like really interesting.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone for tuning in, and make sure to like the video, share, comment and subscribe and follow Emily as well, and I'll see you soon.